welcome back to my channel. Hi, if this is your first time on my channel, I am super excited to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so blessed to have you. It's been a while since I've done this. I kind of feel like I've been dropping vlogs. I've not had a sit down video in a long while, and that is why I'm actually here to shed more light on what has been happening with me for the past 7 months. Yeah, the last 7 months actually. First of all, let me put a disclaimer out there. Please ignore all of these background noises. The only reason I am filming during the day, because I am not usually the type to film during the day, but the only reason I'm doing that is because my ring light has packed up. My ring light is spoiled, so I can't film at night or midnight, because that's like the perfect time, because now I am living in a house that is by the roadside, so I'm not being a jerk to real lord, but yeah, I don't know, it's been a while, and one of the reasons I am back here, because I know that this would now continue, this is the beginning of a new dawn. One of the reasons I'm back here is because God has been telling me, you are slacking, praise, you are slacking. Go back to YouTube. And he has sent a lot of my friends to ask me, when are you coming back on YouTube, because they know that I have been MIA, and they're like, when are you coming back? In my head, I'm like, I'm dropping vlogs now, but I know what my friends are talking about, and so I'm like, Atibo, I've heard I'll come back by the grace of God, and I kind of feel like I'm back, and that's why I want to give a life update before we now start all over again, right? So without further ado, Ejo to Boju, let us dive into the video. So alright, I thought I should wear this thing, but let's see. Alright, so the first thing I would like to share, so I feel like all of this MIA thing started, this MIA thing started in May. Yes, I feel like it started in May, and May was when I went to the Mount Zion Institute of Christian Drama in Ile-Ife, Habitation of Faith, and it was like a lot has happened to me this year, a lot of beautiful things that's happened to me this year, and Mount Zion just has to be one of the blessings God gave to me. I am not even joking, I kid you not. And I remember that it was so the training was for 3 weeks, and I remember that I was like this, even online, even on WhatsApp and Instagram and all of that. I was because I wanted to fully concentrate and all of that. And so institute went, and then the next week, which was the ending of May to 1st, 2nd of June, was empowerment retreat. And empowerment retreat was it was 3 days fasting and program, marathon, and that was the first time. That's the first time I did a marathon fast, and me we get ulcer. I did it, and actually I prayed for healing, and I got my healing. I got healed of ulcer. I kid you not, it's me that know what is wrong with me and how I feel now and how I am presently. So I got healed of ulcer, and I did the marathon fast, and it was beautiful. See, I want to put something out there, that if you ever want to get closer to God, if you think you need a retreat, a personal time with God, please go to Mount Zion Institute for 3 weeks. Actually, there's a basic course in drama arts, there is a professional course, I think there is a diploma course. See, for me personally, I feel like you don't even have to be in the drama ministry to actually go to the institute. Holy Ghost breakfast. You will commute. Holy Ghost breakfast, Daddy Mike is not acting. Daddy Mike is usually giving us like nuggets, is usually delivering the message God has sent in. Is usually dropping bombs, like dropping wisdom, dropping fires for us during the Holy Ghost breakfast. And if he is actually not acting for us on the stage during Holy Ghost breakfast, I kind of feel like you do not even have to be in the drama ministry before you take a personal retreat, or take maybe like 2-3 weeks off and come to the institute. Like, this is like, I'm giving you a tip. Like, I am not even joking. Honestly, I am not joking. And so that went in May. Then like first week in June, I think I go back home like June. Yeah. And then institute went, and the next month, I think that was like maybe like July ending. Yeah, July ending, and like maybe like first week in August, I got a leading from God to start a 6 weeks mentorship program for 6 teenage girls. And I knew that I had to like put in my all to it. I am somebody that when I get instructions from God to do something, I do not, I know, normally I know how to multitask, I know how to do that, but sometimes, especially when it's an instruction from God, I kind of have to like fully dedicate my time. If not, I'll be finding it hard to balance well. And it doesn't mean that I don't know how to delegate and all of that, but I just knew that I needed to take some time off. And YouTube is work. I have to record, I have to be mentally prepared, I have to write out content, I have to do this, I have to do that. And I'm like, I have to edit myself. Most times I have to stay up to shoot at midnight and then edit and then upload, schedule it, and it's usually work for me and all of that. And I wanted to just put in my all and dedicate my 6 weeks for these beautiful young teenage girls, and thankfully I did that. Glory be to Jesus. And they're doing pretty fine, they're doing so well, they're living so well. And it was really a start of something so new and beautiful for me. Like, I've always had passion for children and teenagers, and when God gave me that instruction for these teenage girls, I'm like, like, who am I? I'm like really pretty small and all of that, but it told me that I was going to send people as team members, as teammates, and it did exactly that. So I had people who came on the platform to share their knowledge with the girls, and it was so beautiful. Like, even me, maybe like say I be their mentor, I was learning from these people. I was like, wow, like even my friends, see finish is not good. My friends that I already saw finish, I'm like, my friend, you are filled with so much knowledge and wisdom and all of that, and I was so happy, I was so blessed, I was so glad. Like, I remember that my girls now, like, it was just recently, I think it was like October, was it October, September, when I got back from Ibadan, from Iseyin rather, that they presented a picture frame, actually, of myself when I graduated from the institute. I think I'm going to put pictures when I graduated from the institute, and it was so cute, like, it was so pretty. All right, guys, moving on. So that went on in like August, and then I remember that in between we were planning my sister's wedding, doing all of this and all of that. And then August was, I think I did my NYC registration in August, and I remember before August I was like, I want to go to service, I want to serve, I want to go to camp, I want to do this, I want to do that. May this bit of calm down. Calm down, see. If you're like me and you're like so hyper about camp and all of that, I mean, it is so beautiful. It was such a beautiful experience for me. But calm down, like, just stay calm down a bit, Rora, should go. And I did my NYC registration. I kind of feel like this place is echoing, but please just pardon, right? So I did my NYC registration in August, and I think I got mobilized that August. No. I did my NYC registration. I can't remember. I got mobilized to go to camp in August, the ending of August. I was meant to resume camp the 1st of September, that's on a Wednesday, and I did. Camp opened on the 31st, that's Tuesday, and I resumed on Wednesday. So me, as the JJC that I am, instead of me, I was coming from Ilorin, going to Isen. Instead of me to go from Ilorin to Ibadan, and then from Ibadan to Isen, they now say that I can stop at Oyo Town, and then from Oyo Town I can go to Isen. Little did I know that from Oyo Town to Isen, the road is thinking of what I went through that day, I'm like, now, why did I suffer myself this much? Like, why did people choose to suffer me, like me, this much? Because the road, we spent, see, before the bus even got filled up, it was like, no. And then, it now got filled up again. When we were going, the road is bad. Like, we spent like 4 hours. I'm not even exaggerating. My sister that was coming from Ibadan to Isen spent 45 minutes. That was how smooth the road from Ibadan to Isen is, guys. Because we went on that same road when we were now finally going to Ibadan after camp. Guys, I wanted to cry. You know, got to a point, our car got spoiled. At that point, I wanted to shout my mommy, my daddy, because I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do myself, but unexpectedly, God sent a keke napep. Because for me, I didn't see the keke napep coming behind before. But you know, it just came out of nowhere. Me, I learned to believe. I know that it was God that sent that keke napep. Because if not God, I'm sure that maybe they will probably kidnap me, or I will sleep on the road, or I don't know. But the keke napep came and I flagged him down. And I was like, you know, okay, so and 3 other people also joined my head. I'm like, Ejemalo takes space me. To remove flag and yo, Joe, do you get what? I mean, there was space for me, you know. I'm sure the keke napep would not even want to do that, would not want to chance me and then take those other people, but yeah, so I got in and we went, and the journey even from that place to where I wanted to pick my sister up to now, like the kidnapper will now take us to like the orientation camp. Go. See, I suffered. Gosh, I suffered that day. We now got to Isenya camp around 6. Did all the checking, all of that, all the rubbery and all of that. Sha. We started registration. We did COVID test. I forgot. Never will it be heard that I forgot to gist you guys. Unnecessarily uncomfortable. That is what the COVID test is. We did COVID test and I remember that I was crying. No, I stood still. Like, I'm a very strong girl. Like, although I have zero tolerance for pain, but once I know that it's just for a few seconds, I stood still. They did this, but the moment he pulled out that, I don't know what it's called, I started crying. I started doing that thing was painful, so painful. Like, my sister developed flu like immediately. Like, she started sneezing, started doing, I just cried, like, and it was just for a few minutes, and then, you know, we went, and then we started registration, and it was so much easy. It was actually easy, I would not lie, you know, but we were unable to complete it. And I remember that we were almost on our way to our hostel when it started raining, and guys, it rained for almost an hour, and it was heavy. See, that my first day, bad, no, it was terrible, you know, but thankfully we got in later, and then we settled in, and my sister and I were in the same hostel. Our bunks were like this, you know. I like to be with my sister, yeah. But yeah, you know, all of that happened, and it was so beautiful. Camp was beautiful. I remember that it was like a week after that I, you know, found out about NCCF. I think I was coming from Mami Market, and then somebody just gave me like, it was an evangelism, and then they gave me I don't know what's it called. It's not, I don't know, Sha gave me tract. Was it a tract? I can't remember, but yeah, I got to know about NCCF, and I went there because I've been looking forward to, you know, be with God, because I realized that was slacking. Hey, see, if you if you don't know God very well, if you don't know Him for yourself before you go to that NYSC camp, you will backslide, you will backfire, you will. Sorry about that, but so I realized that I was not backsliding. Well, I realized that I was slacking, like I was not praying as much as I would, I was not reading my Bible, and it was because they would wake us up 4:30. Something that we will sleep like past 12. I mean, I'm a night owl. I know they sleep early. My sleeping time is like 2, 3, all of those kind of big, and then they will not wake us up 4:30. By the time I wake up, I'll just do, hey, Father, no, I'll just do, and go to shower. Remembering now, I'm like, I have been through a lot this year. Like, only this one person, this singular person. Well, thank God for God's grace and His faithfulness over my life and all of that. So camp went on and on. NCCF was beautiful. I joined the ushering team. As far, I love to usher people into the sanctuary. Like, I love it so much. Aside being in the children department, ushering is actually one thing I love to do. Like, I love to usher people into the sanctuary because I love to smile. I smile a lot. So like, I kind of feel like that's like one of the tips of being an usher. Like, you smile. Do you get? Yeah. So I did that, and the moment I joined NCCF like this, I knew that something was about to happen. So my prayer life now, skyrocketed again. So I was praying because I would go to fellowship every evening, 6 to 7, but it will not be 6 to 7, it's like 6 to like 7:38. But it was beautiful, it was cool, and then I would pray. It was good. Please go to NCCF if you are a believer and you are ever going to serve your Father's land. Please just go to NCCF fellowship during your 3 weeks, and so I did that, and it went on and on and on and on and on. 3 weeks ended, and we got our posting letter, and today we got our money. Today NYC paid us. Hey, did they federal government paid us? Oh good. Even though the money, but the money was my first fruits apparently. But I was still so excited that got my first 3K and all of that. We got our bicycle fee, our what's it called? There's another fee like that they paid us. You should go to everything like that. But me, I was eating really well in camp. My sister was feeding me. My sister fed me. My sister fed me. Her friends fed me. I'm a baby, and so I love to be babied. I was really babied in camp. Because there's nothing like babied, but yeah, you get my point. I was really babied in camp. My sister took care of me so well. I was not washing. I was giving my clothes to the dry cleaner. Because I cannot be suffering myself, please. I cannot be waking up 4:30 and then be sleeping what time. And I beg. So I'll need to, because the wash for 15 naira, like that our white 15 naira. So it went on and on like that, and there's one thing I'm missing out. There was a deal. One camp official caught me because I tied my jacket around my waist. Oh my God, I wanted to cry. That business said that wait, next morning, it was 3 hours, and we should go and report ourselves to OBS. And that OBS will now put our pictures, because he took our pictures. He used my phone to take my picture, my own picture. I said that I should go and report myself to OBS. OBS should print it out. I said, man, are you kidding me? Do you want to share me? Like, he wanted to really share me. Like, in the whole of that is saying, come, you want to share what is hear me? In my head, I'm like, you don't know who I am. If you know who I am, you will not want to put me out there. Like, forget about all of this. But, when I go to just step to my stomach, it doesn't. Don't mind him, John. Don't mind him. Oh, mother evening, I went to meet my platoon inspector. I said, Mommy, they want to put me. Mommy said, what was that person's name? I said, I don't know. He said, how does he look like? Mommy said, don't mind him. The moment that woman said, don't mind him like this, I went to my hostel, deleted my pictures. I'm like, come and carry me. did you get? Come on, you sure Kukuma do not recognize me? Come and carry me. Oh, that's how I escaped. If not, maybe they would have decamped me. That's what our state coordinator used to say. I would decamp you from my camp, But thankfully, I escaped, and I survived a lot of things in camp. I'm really, really thankful, So we got out of camp, got our personal letter, and I was really excited. I was posted to a school because of course, my passion for children and teenagers. I'm like, yes, this is what God wants me to do. Yeah, because naturally, I studied mass communication, and waiting I want to go the mass communicate for school, but apparently, I'm teaching English language in school, and I'm taking JSS 1 and 2, and those students are really good, even though they can be so troublesome at times. But once I have this kind of face that I give to them, once they see it, they're like, hey, auntie. So they comport themselves. And so moving on, we got back. We actually went to my sister's friend's place, and she was pregnant at that time. And I remember we would take walks together. She was heavily pregnant actually. But it was actually so beautiful. We spent like almost a week in Ibadan before we now went back home to Ilorin, because it's normal for you to go back home, pack your stuff if you want to redeploy. But redeployment was not the case for us. We were pretty much comfortable being in Ibadan and all of that. And so preparation for a wedding was ongoing at home, so we needed to rush back home actually. So we went back home, started preparing. Thank God said person go back home when we went back home. That's how Taylor would have knew. But sure, that's not the gist. I will give you. In fact, I kind of feel like I will give this Taylor gist later. Sure. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll just randomly record it and post it. But so that was how we we prepared for wedding, and it was beautiful, it was cute, and it went on. Wedding happened in October, and then after wedding Sunday we rested at the hotel till afternoon before we now checked out and then went home. And then so apparently before wedding we had packed our bags, we had packed our stuff, we packed everything. Not everything, because it was just recently my mom still brought some of my stuff. Don't blame me, please, dears. But we did that, and then Monday it was time to finally relocate to Ibadan, and it was such a roller coaster. I remember that morning my mom and I and my sister were gisting, and my mom just burst into tears. She cried, my sister was crying too. I was like mommy, I don't want to leave mommy, I don't want to leave daddy, I don't want to leave Favour, I don't want to leave Pepper followed us. Pepper came with us to Ibadan, but apparently she needed to go back because Pepper was reacting to the change of the environment. And so, but I was gonna miss everyone. My family literally lives in Ilorin rather, all my mamas and all of that. it was just so overwhelming. I remember I cried when we were going to the park. We cried so much. By the time our car took off, my mom was by the roadside. She was crying. Favour was crying. Favour doesn't cry. It was such a vulnerable moment for us, But we can all smile. Well, Mom has been here twice. She has been here twice. And so, moving to house hunting in Ibadan. Ibadan agent will finish you with money, with prices of house in Ibadan. If you're coming to Ibadan, please think twice. Except you have maybe millions to come and use to rent apartments. I'm only kidding, but agents in Ibadan are very terrible people, honestly. But my house hunting was stressless. See, I told people when I was telling people about my house, I told people that God just answered my prayers. I simply just told God what I wanted. I remember it was on a Thursday. I went to the market. I drove Mom to the market to buy something. It was the week of the wedding, the Thursday. No, Wednesday or Thursday actually. I can't remember. But I just told because I was in the car. I remember mom just stepped out to get something. I told God, I'm like, God, please make this house hunting smooth for me. Like I don't like stress. Like please, just help me find her an apartment. Help me, I just simply put my heart to God and told God, and I'm not sure if it's Wednesday or Thursday. But what I know is after like a couple of hours, I think it was like the next day, I just got a call from my now flatmate. Hey, Praise, there's an apartment, blah blah blah. I'm right, oh, all right. I remember it was on Friday. Friday was engagement. Like I needed to like look for my mom, cards and all of that. I was just doing transfer and we just sorted it out. And all of that happened in a space of 48 hours. And see guys, God answers prayers. The littlest of our prayers, He hears it and He wants to like prove to you that He is God. And He answered me, and that was how I sorted my house like in hours. And glory be to Jesus. It's been a very smooth ride for me. Glory be to God in Ibadan. Ibadan has been really good to me. I have met so many beautiful people, and teaching has been really good for me. It's stressless. Like I tell people that NYC is not really eating me. Like I'm grateful to God for that. And I just wanted to give you guys this update about me. I didn't want to like come back and not share what has happened, because I remember I said I was going to share stuff with you guys. And so in all of this, God is good. Just talk to Him, share with Him what you're going through. He's there with you and He would answer you. So thank you so much for watching this update. Thank you so much for staying and sticking with me. Like I have so many new subscribers. I see all of it because I check my YouTube work and analytics, and I see all of them. Thank you so much. This is a comeback. Yeah, we are coming down. And tune in. There is gonna be new things going on this channel. Like I am in Ibadan. I have a number of friends, like a couple of friends in Ibadan, and they cannot be wasting away. We cannot just be hanging out and not bring you godly and beautiful stuff. So thank you so much once again for watching. I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye.